See the guy, see. And this is your two. Wait. What do you want? Oh, okay. Hello. I didn't send you yesterday's videos. So let's Hello. Hello. Get him, baby.
Hello guys, welcome and thank you so much for being here. Congratulations to Tu Baba Mama. Congratulations in order for Tu Baba's mom. The pikin where she don't find all this time don't finally return. Her long lost son has finally returned. Pikin where they carry a lot back, carry everything, go they ask for in whereabouts. He don't come back. Oh, the prodigal son. The prodigal son has returned. Not only did the prodigal son come, he came with the woman that has been accused of being the catalyst of the whole situation. I can't even imagine how that whole conversation would have went, but we're going to delve into that later. But for those of you who don't know what's going on, so a few months ago, Tu Baba's mama decided to cry out on social media, letting everybody know that her beloved son, her 50-year-old adult, multiple times baby daddy, married and divorced grown man is missing. And so they accused the woman that she's dating, the woman that he is dating, they accused her of bewitching him and using witchcraft to like tie him and blind him so that he cannot find his way back to his family, back to the warm embrace of his mother. Speaking of warm embrace, I hope, say, Mama Tu Baba, I hope you have enjoyed this visit. Enjoy it very well with your baby boy. Soak as much as you possibly can, because we no one hear story. We no one hear, I have not seen my son in a long time. This Edo woman has taken my son. Help me find my son. We no one hear. Like we see videos of you guys being all lovey-dovey, presenting a united front. Now waiting we want to continue to see be that. Be say after you not hear from your son for like 20 minutes, you begin to disturb the whole social media. And I'm wondering if they ever got around to talking about the allegations of Natasha supposedly bewitching her son. I mean, this woman went as far as accusing Natasha of giving her son a bead that was jujulized. She accused her of giving him a bead that was jujulized. So how is that whole conversation to be a fly when that conversations are being had? Oh my goodness. She said Natasha bewitched, used juju, used witchcraft. And as a Bini person, I will tell you, there is the one thing. A bead is about the safest present you can accept from somebody. You do not do bad things with beads. Okay, that's our Bini bead. You don't do bad things. You only do positive things with it. If you do bad things and give it to somebody, it'll backfire. It'll boomerang back to you. And that was why I thought it was so laughable that this woman, and it just goes to tell you about, stereotypes and people playing into the stereotypes of any particular groups or whatever. But it made me laugh when I saw her say things like she bewitched her son with the beads. As an Edo person, I know that is not true. And Natasha knows better than to do that, because it'll boomerang and backfire royally on her. And I don't think that she would have done that. But to be a fly on the wall, to even witness a conversation that they would have had about the allegations and everything, that would have been an interesting one, you know. I wonder if Natasha ever got around to explaining the beads and the meaning and the cultural meanings. I wonder if she ever got around to do that. And I also wonder, did Mama Tubaba accept her explanation, or is she still side-eyeing her possible future daughter-in-law? Can't even imagine the level of tension that would have occurred during that visit. Hopefully, they were all able to move on and move forward, and everybody is now, you know, happy go lucky with everyone, and all is right with the Idibia family again. Okay. So, with all of that being said, let me go ahead and talk about some of my observations, and not only with regards to this particular visit, the reuniting of Tubaba and his mother, but based on some of the videos I have been seeing online. I've actually been meaning to do a video about this, but as we say in Benin, so it's been busy, but yeah, I've been meaning to talk about it. And now, I'm not saying that what I'm about to say, I'm not saying that Natasha or Annie are responsible for this one way or another. I'm not saying that Annie and Natasha are responsible for my observation one way or another, or good or bad. But in recent videos, I have noticed that Tubaba has gained some weight. That's just what I have noticed. That Tubaba has gained some weight. Now, again, that can be ascribed to many things, like maybe peace of mind or poor diet. You know, maybe Natasha is the woman who's been able to give him the peace of mind that he's been longing for. Or maybe it's just poor diet. Maybe this is just another example of poor dieting. Maybe Natasha is not well equipped to manage his diet. I know. Don't come for me. I know that as a man, he's supposed to be able to manage his diet and yada, yada, yada. I know all of that. But there are times when women, if you have the right, responsible woman in your life, can actually make sure that your diet is good and that you are eating the right things and you're not being irresponsible. You're putting your health into perspective, because a lot of men don't know what to do, and sadly they don't know what's good for them. And if a woman is attentive to her family, just like they pay attention to the food that goes into the mouth of their own children, they can also ensure that the husband is eating properly. Okay, so I'm not saying that either one of the women are right or wrong or are responsible or whatever, you know, their actions have played a role. That's not what I am saying. I'm just saying that he gains weight. Again, that can be from a plethora of things. Okay, he gained weight and he seemed to be really, really happy. Now, whether or not placebo effect, or you know, the notion of having a new woman in his life, new quakers and all those other stuff, all of that remains to be seen. Okay, but on the surface, he does look happy. Now, how long that is going to last depends entirely on him and his ability to continue to make Natasha happy. If not, he go correct. That's why when the head not the house, according to what people they talk, oh my, I not reach because I don't want to come here and be saying things that I don't know. My hand not there. But all in all, okay, I'm happy that the whole family have been able to resolve the issue. And I'm glad that Natasha is actually making an effort to get to know the family side. And I guess we don't know what's going to happen. We can only hope for the best. I guess eventually we will know if Tubaba's mama has accepted Natasha as her future daughter-in-law. And yeah, and I have seen people commenting and saying, oh, Tubaba's mama did not like Annie. Annie said it. Annie was right. People, like, just because you like Annie does not mean that she is a saint. Okay, tell me one person that will appreciate somebody who goes on a crazy psychotic rant the way Annie did in the leaked audio conversations that we heard. I'm sorry, but not a lot of family members will put up with a woman who goes on a crazy psychotic rant, calling people and acting crazy like she was doing, based on what we heard, not a lot of family will put up with it. So yeah, we don't know the full story. Just because you are on Annie Idibia's side now does not mean that you lose sight of what might have happened. You know what I mean? Personally, I have no dog in this fight or what have you. And that's the reason why I'm able to step back and look at this objectively. I have no emotional attachment to the story. So I can just be myself and report the story the way that I am seeing it. We don't know. We don't know what went on. We don't know what's going on. But one thing that I have always said is that Annie stayed longer than she needed to be in that relationship with that man. And if you make a decision later than you should have done in the first place, there is no way that you don't live to regret it. That is just the truth. People will not always be honest about this, but that is the truth. But anyways, that is the update. Let me know what you guys think in the comment, like and share. I will catch you later. Bye.